Hey guys, how are you doing? This is Kazi. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to write a very fast and iterative solution to the Fibonacci problem. Now, if you're at a job interview and they don't care whether you write a recursive function or a regular function and they give you, okay, go ahead and write Fibonacci. Please don't write it recursively because that is the naive solution of this problem. The way you want to write it is the fast, iterative way that I'm about to show you. Now, this way is also, you can see it on Stack Overflow, and it's one of the most popular and the best ways to write it. So it's very useful if you learn this. Initially, you might have to memorize it, but if you practice it enough times, you'll start getting the hang of how this solution works. So let's get started. So I'm going to define a Fibonacci of n, okay? And we're going to say that in the start, I'm going to have some variable called a and b, and I'm going to set their values to 0 and 1. So remember, those two values are given, right? 0 and 1. And then every value after that is just the sum of the previous two. So we're going to use Python's multiple assignment operation here and the swapping value to write a very elegant solution. It's very Pythonic. So we're going to use some beautiful Python code and some Python built-in tricks to write this. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to write a for loop that basically keeps adding values, keep summing the previous two terms. So my code is going to run the same number of times as the term that you're looking for. So if you're looking for the fifth term, it's going to run 5 times. So here I'm going to write my loop. And I'm going to say A is B, A comma B is equal to B comma, and here's the cool way I'm going to show you. So let's move this. So this it makes use of some of Python's built-in elegance, the assignment operators and the swapping of the values. You can't really do this in another language. You're going to need something called a temporary variable if you're using C or Java or something like that. So here what I'm effectively saying is B is now the previous term and the new term is the sum of the previous two terms. Okay, so if we wanted to make a run through this, we would effectively say, okay, I come down here, B is 1, and A plus B in this case would be 0 plus 1, and you will get 1, okay? And that's the third term. So this is going to always be the third term, and this is always going to be the second to last term, okay? So A plus B, this is the last term, and this B is the second to last term, all right? And at the end, I'm just going to say return A. So remember, A is what we need to return at the end. Now I'm going to run this solution. Okay, so now I'm going to run my code here. All right, so I'm going to say Python and basics.py. Oh, whoops, it's not going to return anything. I got to add a print statement here. I'm going to say, Fibonacci of, let's say, 2. Okay. All right, I got 1. That's good. So let me just write the Fibonacci terms here so you guys can recall how they work. And each one is sum of the previous two. So here 3 plus 5 gives you 8, right? Here 0 comma 1, so here 0 plus 1 gives you 1, 1 plus 2 gives you 3, 2 plus 3 gives you 5. So each last term is the sum of the previous two. And here you're going to see that my code is going to work. So I'm going to go and ask for the fifth term. What's the fifth term? This is the 0th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So 5th should give me 5. So let's run it. And, I have to save it first. Let's run it again. And I'm getting back 5, okay? And if I said give me the 6th term, it's going to give me back 8. All right? So my code is working here. And you can see this is a very simple solution. It's very beautiful. It's very Pythonic. And this is the way that you should write this solution when you're at a job interview, okay? Or if you're applying for programming boot camps or whatnot, because a lot of the times you're going to get a question like this. They're going to try to understand if not only you know how to write functions and algorithms, but how efficiently you can write them. So the iterative way is the way that I think you should approach this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.